Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review I want to look at the Marvel Legends Shadowcat, or Kitty Pryde. I guess she goes by both names, I don't know. But this is her. Pretty cool figure. It's actually one of my favorite Marvel Legends, and I'll explain why. The first thing being that I think she's all original. There's no parts that they stole from anybody else. And I always like to have that in a figure. I don't really care for the things that are just copies of everything else over and over again. So I really do like that about her. She stands just about 5 3/4 inches tall, so she's a good scale. She comes with her little buddy, the Lockheed Dragon, or Lockheed the Dragon. He's got this little yellow base that pegs into his feet there, and that goes onto her arm as you saw, so she can hold him. I don't really know why it's removable, since he probably can't stand on his own, but still it's sculpted really well. It's a cool little accessory, and it's got decent paint app on the eyes and on the teeth, so it's a nice little accessory. And you won't find a lot of Kitty Prydes on eBay with that unless she's in the package, so if you have that, make sure you keep an eye on it. As far as paint goes, there's not a whole lot going on here. There's a little bit of bleeding in the yellow and gray seams, but it's nothing terrible. The face is painted really well. I don't know why the lights aren't working for me today, but you can hopefully see that the face is painted really well. She's got some nice shading in the hair. It's really sculpted well, and her suit is sculpted well. All of the seams are sculpted. She's got extra seams and just lots of nice details that we don't have on a lot of figures. So that's another reason I really like this one. As far as articulation goes, the head can look up and down. Not a huge range of motion there due to the hair, but it can. And swivel, of course. Ball hinge shoulders with a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, a wrist swivel, a wrist hinge and a finger hinge, an ab crunch, which works really well, and a waist twist. Not the best waist twist, it's a little bit ugly, but it still works really well. T-jointed hips. It's kind of like the old school ball peg, like the old Ninja Turtles, or actually the Marvel Legends Psylocke has similar hips. The first batch, the first original Psylocke. So it's effectively, you get all the range of motion you need. Can't flare out to the side too much, but if you rotate and then rotate again, you can, and it doesn't look too bad, so I'm okay with that. And that's because she has that cut joint there in the thigh, double jointed knees, a shin swivel at the top of the boot, an ankle pivot, an ankle rocker, and a toe pivot. So she's just loaded with articulation, definitely easy to pose, and it's a good looking figure. Definitely a nice X-Men figure, nice sculpt. I don't really know why they didn't use any of these parts again, at least not that I can think of, because they're pretty good. Even though she's a little bit small and has what some people call the noodle arms, I still think it's a pretty good figure. So I do recommend it, and especially if you're an X-Men fan, you should probably pick this figure up. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, some custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.